talking about children and shit like this is one that kind of really resonated with me. Drake says there's no time to enjoy the moment or celebrate success if you want to stay on top. So on a smaller scale, I feel like, and I know you probably feel like this, there's a lot of times that we gotta sacrifice time from our kids, times from our families, time from everything to, being able to provide and, oh shit. Yeah, being able to provide and be greater in life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, does that shit ever get to you?
It does. It does, but the reward is like being able to provide for your family and shit. Like nothing beats that feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like of knowing that you're not out here just bullshitting. Like if you're out here bullshitting, being a deadbeat, that's different. But if you're out here, pounding the pavement and putting in that work so that you can provide for your family and make sure your kids have better living, you know what I mean? They understand it. They respect it.
They understand when they get older.
They gonna miss you and all that shit, but when daddy come home, they know daddy finna bring that bag and spend that time and do it up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That shit be getting to me sometimes.
Yeah.
I be like, damn, I missed this.
Yeah, but imagine
I missed that.
Imagine how you would feel if you wasn't doing none of this shit, not getting no money, and you just had 24 hours to sit there with your kids, but you was broke and couldn't provide for them. What's the you know what I mean? That's a fucked up feeling.
But like when you on the grind, it ain't no middle ground of it. And the crazy thing is I can only imagine somebody like Drake, where everybody wants your attention, nigga. You booked and busy all day, every day. You know what I'm saying, nigga? I'm doing it on a smaller scale, and I feel that shit.
You putting it down, man.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, like, I look at it now, like, I never really looked at it because I was a kid at the time, and I thought, it was just my dad going to work. But now that I look at it, I'm like, damn, my dad used to be gone, like, because my dad had his own businesses and shit, and he used to be gone, like, getting that bag, but whenever he could have time to spend, like, he gonna do it up, take us to Disneyland, do this, go take us to buy shoes. Even little simple shit like just waking me up, going to the donut shop to sit with him in the donut shop with him and his boys, like simple shit. But he was always about going and getting the job done so he could provide, because he had to take care of. It was like 12 of us in the house, bro.
That's a lot.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a lot. That's a lot.
He was taking care of the household. You feel me?
Man, yeah. Salute to him.
Yeah. So it's like you gotta get out there and you know what I mean. As long as you're doing it and you're doing it with a purpose and a cause, shit, man. You shouldn't feel bad, Of course you're going to feel bad because you want to be like, you know what I mean? You want to be there, but.
And see, too, it's a fucked up, it's kind of fucked up, you know what I'm saying? Because my pops, it wasn't until I got older and had kids that I understood my dad more. You feel me?
Yeah.
My dad never wanted me and my brothers and sisters to see him fucked up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I didn't know at the time, but it'd be nigga a year, 2 years, I ain't seen my pops.
Right.
And I didn't, until I got older, I was like, I understood he wasn't up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you can ask I can only imagine my daughter asking me for something and I'm like, I can't do it.
And you can't do it.
Financially. You feel me?
Right.
That would eat a nigga up inside right now. So I can imagine, me and my brothers and sisters like, Dad. And then that became the reputation for my father.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't see my dad for a year, 2 years, and then, nigga, he'll come back. Nigga, he up. You feel me?
Right.
He buying you nice shit. He doing all this shit for you. And then, nigga, boom. Nigga, I may not see him for another 6 or 7 months and don't understand why.
Right.
And, talk to him on the phone, and he be like, all right, I'm about to come pick you up. And then, me and my brothers and sisters, nigga, we'll go. Nigga, I remember, nigga, we used to go outside and sit on the porch and wait for my dad to come.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Nigga, for hours. And then time would go by, and then, nigga, I'll go in first. Then my little sister would go in, and then my little brother. You feel me?
Right.
But I was mad at the time. Like, man, why the pop be doing us like that? But when I got older and when I was struggling with my daughter, I'm like, ooh, this shit.
That shit hit home, right?
This hit home.
Now you understand.
And I told my pops this shit one time. I said, Pop, I understand.
Now you understand, bro.
I understand, like, being a man and taking care of your children, and you feel what I'm saying? Like, just like, bro, even like now, bro.
That shit is amazing, bro. Like,
my daughter probably every fucking day asks me, like, she got this app called Step.
yeah.
You feel me? Where it's kind of like Cash App, but you can give your kids allowance. You can, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You can do all that shit like that. So she, bro, every day, Daddy, can you send me $30, $40? Daddy, can you send me so I can, woo. She like the Postmates and Uber Eats and all type of shit like that. You feel me?
Right.
But I just imagine, I remember at a time with my daughter where, nigga, I was fucking with bitches. You know what I'm saying? And Christmas time come up, I'm like, man, listen, get my daughter.
Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying? Here's my daughter Christmas list. Get that motherfucking presents for my daughter.
Shit, we done been there, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Trust me, I've been there, nigga.
But just imagine I ain't fuck with nobody that can provide that. My daughter got this Christmas list. Like, nigga, I wouldn't be able to walk in her face and face her. So it's a blessing now. Like, yeah, a nigga don't get to be there as much for my kids. And even like my son, you know what I'm saying? Like, of course, me and his mom ain't work out, but my son got autism too on top of that. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's why I dedicate, you know, my weekends, unless I got some type of real money I gotta make, I make sure that I, you know what I'm saying, I fuck with my son on the weekends and stick to that time because, you know, I gotta give him extra attention and give him extra care, and I don't never want him to feel, you know what I'm saying?
Right on.
So, you know, but I wish I can wake up every day and be, you know what I'm saying, and hey, and you know, just do that and be there. But I'm like, fuck.
Man, I don't really think it's no, like, that's like the fairy tale, right? Like, yeah, to be that father that could wake up every day, all day, and just, but it's like, bro, when you look at all the fathers that's out here, bro, every father I know, every like homie that got a kid, they all out here putting that work in, bro. Like, they going to work, they busting their ass, they doing whatever they doing, they putting that time in so that they can provide. And that's what's dope. Like, that's what I like about a lot of niggas, like, in this generation now. You know what I mean? They've been, like, they grew up with no fathers and nobody to provide for them, and they took that and turned that into a positive for their kids. You know what I mean? So I salute that. You know what I mean? And, like, you know, even right now, all the fathers watching right now got kids, man. You know what I mean? Like, salute to y'all niggas, man. That shit dope. I fuck with that shit. That's dope. I like seeing that. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I get it, man. That, like, sometimes you gotta hit that. Nigga gotta hit them late shifts, them long hours, and hit the road. But you gotta bring that shit back home. You know what I mean? You're a provider.
Gotta do it.
You're a provider, and like your kid gonna see that shit. You see how you saw like your dad wasn't around?
Mm-hmm.
They see. They know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying?
No, and that's
Daddy getting that chicken.
And see, like my daughter is like, my daughter proud of that. You feel me? Like, she go to school and brag with everything like that. So you know, she knows, but she also had more of me in her life. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. When I was struggling and shit like that, and me and her mama, we living at my granny house and shit like that, it's a little different. My son 3 years old, you know what I mean? I gotta make sure that on top of everything, I gotta get him the best care that he needs. You feel me?
Right.
Like my son go to therapy every day.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He go to therapy every day after he go to school and shit like that. So even the schedule of working and everything that I got going on, that's why I'm like on the weekends and shit like that. But you know, Christmas break coming up.
It's going down. Christmas break.
I told his mom, like, I want him to hold Christmas break. You feel me?
It's going down Christmas break.
Yeah, but you know, sometimes that shit get to a nigga, man. I'd be like, fuck. Like, should I scale what I'm doing back? Or am I doing my kids a disservice by not being all that I can be? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Nah, I feel it, man. You're doing the right thing, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no better feeling than be like, nigga, like, to see all the shit you doing that, like, wasn't able to happen when you was a kid for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, I remember, like, when I was a kid and shit, and I remember my mom and them had bought a van and shit. And I used to be so embarrassed of a van. You know what I mean? I'm just a kid. It's like, damn. I'm like, tell my mom drop me off at the corner and shit. I'm like, damn, dog, like, that's kind of crazy. Like, now that I grow up and shit, like, nigga was, like, you be putting a lot on a parent, bro. Like, you don't know what they're going through because you're just a kid. You feel me? But it's like, damn, well, my parents really wasn't having no money at the time. You feel me? I don't know that. They never tell me because I'm a kid, you know. But I'm like, damn. But now that I'm a parent, I understand that shit. Like, damn, bro. It really be like, that should be crazy.
Even the concept of like breaking up, divorcing, because my mom and my dad got divorced when I was 9. We was living at my granny house, and I know this moment my mama felt like shit. You feel me? And, you know, this is a long time ago, but my dad cheated on my mom and had my little sister. You feel me? While they was married. And I never forget, my mom took me, my little brother, my little sister in the room and told us, you know, me and your dad getting a divorce and you guys got a little sister. And nigga, we was cheering. We like, yay, we got a little sister.
We got a little sister.
We didn't know the, concept of like, nah, nigga, your daddy, you know,
out here fucking.
Nigga fucking did this with your mom, and you got a little sister, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
From somebody else. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I know my mom probably felt like shit for that. But yeah, but you know, as children, you don't fucking know.
Well, that's dope that they they didn't make it like evident to y'all, and like she bashed him. You know what I mean? Because it's like mothers out there that be doing that to these fathers and shit, like telling their kids like, your daddy ain't shit, your daddy's this, your daddy, and that fuck their heads up, bro. You know what I mean?
One thing I can say though, my mom a real one. I think my dad owed, I think it was like $70K or $80K in back child support, and my mama dropped the shit. You feel me? Like literally said, I just want you to, you know, spend time with your kids and shit. I thought that was dope as fuck.
That's fire.
Super fire.
That's fire.
But
it ain't about the money shit, man.
It's about the money.
About the time.
But I don't know how many women in today's times would do some shit like that.